When you have low energy or you're experiencing a bout of depression, and I know that well as I've experienced depression and I still do at times during my journey, one of the typical yoga poses that's recommended is child's pose. However, that doesn't always help. I'm going to show you an accessible shape that brings in more calm and allows you to ground. As usual, opt out if this doesn't work for you. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to do something called fetal curl shape. It's a self-generating, self-soothing practice that can be done on the safety of your yoga mat or while you're lying in bed, either when you wake up or before you go to sleep. Fetal curl shape is excellent for low energy states or bouts of depression, as it builds a beautiful cocoon around your parasympathetic and gently asks it to slightly wake up. Imagine when you watch your animal sleeping. When your animal wakes up, it doesn't shake off things rapidly. When it's in that lower energy state, what your cat or dog will do is stretch a little bit, come out of it slowly. This is the same idea. As sometimes too much energy when you're feeling down here is really overwhelming to the system. So I invite you to come along with me on this one. You can lie on either side of your body because we're going to be lying on our side. I'm going to lie on my right side. And what we do here is we just bend our legs, put our legs together like this, and actually come down into a fetal shape. So rather than squish your shoulders like this, try to put your shoulders out just like that. Means like pushing your chest back a little bit, allowing the shoulder to come forward so it acts as a nice brace and support against the ground. There we go. And then you can actually curl into the shape. Already this feels nice to me. One way to do fetal curl shape is to actually put your arms over your head like this. However, that can be activating for some people and again, overwhelming. Therefore, an alternative is to leave your face a bit open, and what I do is I use the bottom arm as a pillow, and I just use my top arm and I clasp the bottom arm. To me, this feels safe somehow, as though I can hold on to myself. I invite you to close your eyes. If that doesn't work, not a problem. Do what works for you and keep your eyes open or go into a soft gaze. A soft gaze is generally just slightly looking down at your nose. I'm going to close my eyes, so if you're coming along with me there, great. And begin to settle in. This shape, it definitely mimics the type of position that you may have gone into when you were a child. And that's the idea, is it taps into the child within, the one that needs your attention and your tender, loving care. If you'd like to continue, I'm going to invite you to add on to this. One way to cement fetal curl shape is to use sound. In somatic yoga, sound is a calming signal to the parasympathetic. And it adds that little bit of activity that I was mentioning earlier. So we're going to create a shh sound. So a shh sound, it's not as though you're in a library and you ask someone to shh, be quiet. This is more of a long, drawn out shh. And yes, if you were thinking this, it is about soothing. Soothing. It's like soothing a baby. In this case, you're soothing yourself. What we're going to do is a short inhale and again a long exhale to draw out the shh sound. I'll quickly demonstrate. Inhale. Shh. So you can see how the exhale, it really goes long, and yet the effect on the body is incredible. Let's do this together if you'd like. If you had your eyes closed, great. Continue on with that. And begin with an inhale. Inhale. Shh. Pause for a second. I invite you to do 2 more with me. Inhale. Shh. Just stay here. Be. Last one. Inhale. Beautiful. Stay with your eyes closed if you can. Notice how you might be feeling in the comparison to how you felt when you began this practice. Can you feel that light of calm filtering across parts of your body? And maybe that child within feels the safety that you're offering her or him. Or them. Beautiful, so beautiful, well done. Feel free to stay here if this is what your body is calling you to do. Or if you feel like coming up with me, do so now. So, one pose that's often recommended that can be equally soothing is child's pose. And to demonstrate child's pose, it's often being on hands and knees for a moment, sitting on your heels. Sometimes it's pushing apart your legs like this so you can drape your torso down towards the yoga mat. And this is another alternative if this particular shape feels good to you. However, that's not always the case for everyone, because sometimes coming down like this is very overwhelming to the body, and it doesn't always feel good. And therefore, that is why fetal curl shape is another option. When would you use fetal curl shape? A good time to put it into a practice, if you're doing a lot of self-practice at home, is definitely near the end of a somatic practice, as it just adds that extra bit of calm and self-soothing nature that you might need, especially if you're experiencing, again, just not feeling like yourself, or feeling that that sense of lowness. So that is how you do fetal curl shape. I really hope you found this useful. As usual, subscribe, hit that notification button so you can get more videos from me. And I'm going to see you on the next video. Beautiful Thrivers, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so I can deliver more of this content to you. Sending lots of light and love, and see you next time.